Alright, so systems of equations, a collection of one or more equations. Okay, the solution is the point that makes both equations what? We have done it on every single top part. Starts with a T. Yeah. So, solving systems by substitution. Our first one's already done for us. That's that part we'll add in when we do part 2. Okay? So, we're going to skip number 1. We go straight into number 2 today. We substitute the equation that solves for x or y into the other equation. Okay? Then you solve that equation for the first variable. After you find your first variable, you plug it into the other equation to find your second variable, and then write it as x comma y, ordered pair. Okay, so this one, we are already solved for y here. Yes, because y is alone. So we are going to take the x plus 8, and we are going to substitute it in for y, because that is our y value. Okay, so the way that looks is we have 3x stays plus 3, and then instead of y, we are writing that whole expression, x plus 8, in parentheses. And then continuing on with this equation, it equals 6 after that. Okay, any questions on that step? All right, so to solve this, the first thing we have to distribute. So we get 3x plus, well, 3 times x is 3x again. What's 3 times 8? Good. And then equals 6. Then we have to combine our like terms. So we have 3x plus 3x is 6x plus 24 equals 6. And now we have a two-step equation. So you have to solve for x by getting rid of the 24 first. It's positive, so we subtract it. And we get 6x equals, what's 6 minus 24? Good. And then we divide by 6. So we get x equals negative 18 divided by 6 is, crushed it. So we have one of our variables. Okay, so we've done steps 2 and steps 3. Now we have to substitute in our variable to our other equation. So the y equals x plus 8. Okay, so I'm going to take y equals, instead of x, we are plugging in the x value we found, which is negative 3. So negative 3 instead of x, and then plus 8. So the only thing we changed is the variable that we found plugged into our original. Okay, so then what is negative 3 plus 8? Positive 5. Okay, so we have our x and y now, so we just write it as our ordered pair. Our x goes first, then our y. So it'd be negative 3, comma 5 is our solution. Okay. Any questions on this first example? All right. Moving on to the next one. Which equation is solved for what? So we're solved for x. Sweet. So instead of x in the first equation, we're going to plug in the 2y plus 5. So 3, and then the x comes right away. So it would be 2y plus 5 in parentheses right after that 3. Then we keep the rest of the equation the same. Minus 2y equals 19. So again, the only thing we changed was we plugged that 2y plus 5 in for x. So then we distribute. So 3 times 2y would be 6y. 3 times 5 would be 15. And then we keep the rest the same. Minus 2y equals 19 just drops down. Okay, next step. Combine your like terms. We have 6y minus 2y. What's 6y minus 2y? 4y. We drop down that plus 15, and that equals 19. Now we have a two-step equation. So get rid of that 15 first by subtracting on both sides. We're left with 4y equals 19 minus 15 would give us 4. And then we divide. We get y equals 1. Okay, now we take what we found and we plug it in to our other equation. So x equals 2, and then instead of y, we're writing what we found, which was 1. So x equals 2 times 1 is just 2, plus 5 would be 7. Yeah. And our ordered pair, your x value goes first. Our x value is 7. Our y value is 1. So that's our solution. Okay. Any questions on that one? Sweet. We have 2 more examples. So this one, we're solved for x. So instead of x, we are plugging in 3y plus 2. And then minus 6y equals 8 drops down. And we distribute. So we get 2 times 3 is 6y plus 4 minus 6y equals 8. What's 6y minus 6y? 0. So we're left with 4 equals 8. Is that true? No. So how many solutions do you think we have? Yeah. So this one has no solutions. Okay. Next one. We take this 2x plus 8 and we plug it in for y. So we have 2x minus 2x plus 8 equals negative 8. The 2x and minus from up here. Because we're taking this part, plugging it into that equation. So we keep the 2x in the minus, change our y, and then keep the equals negative 8. That makes sense? Okay. Good question. All right. So we have a negative in front of our sign. If there's no number, what is that imaginary number? 1. A 1. So we really have a negative 1 that we are distributing to everything. So that gives us 2x, because we dropped that down. Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. And then equals negative 8. So you combine your like terms. We have 2x minus 2x is nothing. So you have negative 8 equals negative 8. Is that true? Yeah. So how many solutions? Infinite.
Oh, yeah. I got that right.
Perfect. Okay. Goodbye, recording.